So, crazy. Hello, by the way, Henning here. You're a pedal nerd, you're here to see a pedal. You know that. A crazy demo day here because I have this big pile of pedals that I have on loan from my good friends at Thomann for a different project. And I thought, what a waste if I don't do at least a quick demo. So, I'm cutting a lot of corners to give you a very quick overview over some of these pedals that I think are interesting. And I'm very sorry if you're not getting the fully produced track and all the other goodies that I usually do. Especially what you're not getting is me working with the pedal for weeks and weeks. Usually I use these pedals in sessions and while I teach and as much as possible so that I really can dig in and find the sweet spot, what I like, what I don't like. Right now, you're pretty much getting my very first experience, just like if you were going to test the pedal yourself. So that's what you're getting. But it's better than nothing! We're testing it with a PRS SC245, which I also have sadly on loan. No one's giving me shit anymore, what the fuck? Marty Friedman had it before me. Look at this beautiful guitar. It's got 5708s in it. All sunbursted up. See that scratch in the back? Marty did that. I did not do that. Marty's belt. So, that is going into the... Is it? No, it's not. Wait a second. Here we go. Okay, it is going... I'm sorry. The PS is going into the Pedals of Babylon, the P.o.B. Zentastic Mark II, which was built especially for me in beautiful purple. That one will get a super long, awesome demo, because it's a great pedal. It's a clone type overdrive, which sounds like so. So, That's going into the Keeley, my first Keeley pedal ever, and I don't even have to keep it. Caverns, delay, and reverb. And that is going into the, right there, very tiny Mesa Mark 525, which I bought from my new friends at Mesa. I got a deal, but still had to fork over quite a bit of money. And it's a beautiful amp that can do a million things. And right now we're using it in clean. Going downstairs into the basement into my ISO cab, which is housing a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe 112 cab. It's pretty much the combo without the amp in it. Being mic'd with a Sennheiser E609. Going into Universal Audio 4710 preamp on solid state. And I'm playing, I gotta mention that because it's freaking cool now, D'Addario New York XL. First set I ever put on a guitar. Actually, no, I've been playing D'Addario for 25 years, so it only makes sense that I say, hey, I've always played D'Addario, because you know what? I freaking always played D'Addario. But for some reason, the German distributor, he's a fan of my channel. Hi, Julian. Really nice guy, likes my channel. What are the odds? So now I get D'Addario strings. So you should buy D'Addario strings because I get them. Huh? No, come on, they're good strings. What the fuck? Especially these New Yorks. I love the packaging, and it's so velvety. It's like, oh, you kind of want to rub it all. So, Keeley. Thick-ass pedal. It's kind of normal size, a little bit bigger, but it has two little steppy steel thingies on it. And it actually originally comes with mini pots. And then you open the velvet, there's actually a velvet pouch in it. You take the pedal out, okay, your mini pots, oh, I can't really see the markings. But then there's an extra plastic thing in there with 7 of these big knobs which you can put on and screw on, which means it might be a little bit crooked and they might not be super mega stable, but you actually have real knobs to fiddle around with. So we're gonna go and test the sections individually. Let's start with the reverb. That's my clean sound, by the way. We're gonna click the reverb section. That's called modulated, and we're gonna see what that does. Yep, there's a little bit of a chorusy wobble going on. Which gets, I was gonna say worse, which gets more. With that, I think it is the morph knob. It's hard for me to tell. I haven't played with the pedal. Email, it went. Definite thickening through the chorus there, but it's not too much. Either my guitar's out of tune or the chorus is too much. A decay. Let's keep it short. As if I could make it long. Just completely ignore the woman in the background. And then we have a tone. Let's get the tone for the reverb down. Nice and muddy. Kind of a swooshy character. fast, not too much really. I like the modulated reverb. And here we got a plate. Let's see what the morph does there. Don't quite know. Probably nothing. So pretty. In the track that you've heard, I used this. The shimmer, which of course has a beautiful octave. I think the morph is the level for the octave. So we're going to look at the delay section. Sounds like an analog style delay with a little bit of modulation. Oh, that's just beautiful. Come on. Well, clearly there is fun to be had with the Keeley Caverns delay and reverb. Here's what I think. Walter, you stink. You're a stinky stink ferret. I thought you just had a bath. Didn't you just have a bath? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, smell this. This is icky. Smell this. This is very stinky ferret. Stinky ferret. Here we go. So, we're looking at the Keeley delay and reverb. I'm gonna unbox this for you as if I'm unboxing it. Oh, serial number, big ass serial number, nice box. And nicely protected. By Walter. So it comes in a velvety kind of pouch. All feels very high-endy. And it doesn't come with these attached, I'll show you in a minute. Those knobs are actually in this little thing. Award-winning guitar effects with a phone number, that is neat. And then we have a little Keeley catalog, a KK, a KC. Nice time machine boost. The Mega Keeley Compressor Pro, which I want bad. Nice. And another paddy thing. What more? A sticker, a Keeley sticker. And here we have delay time of up to 950 milliseconds. I never read that. Okay, the morph. On the modulated reverb, chorus and pre-delay. On plate, it controls the pre-delay up to 200 milliseconds. On shimmer, it controls the level of the octave. As I said, by guessing. So, I'm going to show you what this looks like when I take these thingies off. Can you zoom in on that? Are you zoomable? So I like the knobs where you actually see things. But of course the way that it comes right out of the box is like so. So the mini knobs. Okay? But you can just take, see the mini knob? You can just take this. Gotta lift it up a bit, otherwise it scratches on the case. And bam, you have a real knob. One of the drawbacks with these is they're not mega sturdy knobs because they're just screwed onto the plastic. So they feel a little bit flimsy. And obviously because there's so many of them in such a small chassis, it becomes a little bit Mesa Boogie-ish where you have to go and, you know, Mesa Boogie always have to go because they're very tight together and the case is in the way. But that's the compromise you have to make for getting a lot of stuff in one pedal. I like the flat blue design. It's a little bit bigger than your average pedal. I would say probably Boss size. The serial number is very nice. Two switches probably work. Let me test this. Well, you have to aim. And if you have a pedal next to it, this might be... Maybe you just go like this all the time. Now, one thing that bugs me a little bit, if I had this in a loop, in a looper switcher, you could only really have it on completely or one of them. If I just want to have it, programmable in my switcher looper, because it's all these pedals that have two different functions. Would be very cool to actually have two switch inputs for these, so that I can use trigger outputs on my switcher to control this remotely. That would be nice, but I mean, of course, that's just me asking probably too much. So that means you have your pre-programmed sound and your looper switches to this. The shimmer is beautiful. What I really like is you can go super floaty with it, and even on everything full up, it's never too much. It's never going overboard and you have to take it back a little bit. It's always stays musical. It's definitely designed, and the range of the knobs is definitely designed by musicians that know what makes sense. The positioning in here is probably a compromise they have of the jacks. The positioning of the jacks is probably a compromise they have to make based on the PCB layout, the circuit board layout. 100 milliamps right here, it says it right there, which is nice. That means that you can power it with your average output on your average power supply. It doesn't need more than 100. Problem with this is, if that had been in the middle, it would make it a little bit more flexible, because obviously, that's why I brought the cables. If you have these, it works. If you have your Lava or George L cables on your high-end boards, which most people that play a Keeley pedal probably have a higher end board, I would assume, in higher end cables. But what if you use your pancake plugs? One pancake, one straight works. Two pancake, really not. No matter what I do, I can't make this work. So, if you ask me, not the best solution. Sorry, Keeley, not the best solution. Maybe it's a compromise they had to make, and they just said, well, okay, well, that's what we have to deal with because blah, blah, blah. Bottom line, it sounds great if you want high quality reverb and analog style delay in one box. Here you go. I don't know how much this is. I would assume, knowing the Keeley pricing, it is a good way past €200. And for those who want it on one board, on one pedal, delay and reverb, because that's just, reverb isn't, how do I say this? It's just something that you don't want individual things for because you don't care enough. These deliver great sounds, and high quality. This bugs me a little bit. Also, well, do we need Velcro in the box? Nah, it's a Keeley pedal, come on. You're gonna have your own Velcro if you buy a Keeley pedal. So, way to go. I really like to check out a couple more on this list. Keeley, wee. This sadly has to go back. I'd love to have this in my collection to put it on boards left and right. See ya.